students trying to solve few more number of problems on the beams. The numericals present in this particular sheet will give an added advantage of understanding the different steps involved in solving the problems of beams. The two sketches given in this particular sheet will explain what are all the types of boundary condition, types of loading pattern and the length of the element of the particular beam structure. As similar to previous problem, for these problems also you have to find out maximum deflection capital letter Q and internal load capital letter F. Given E equals 210 GPa and mass moment of inertia I equals 10 to the power of minus 6 meter to the power 4. All the students have to take utmost care on substituting the value of E as 210 into 10 to the power of 9 Pascal. Since we know 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square, thus E should be substituted as 210 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton per meter square or 2.1 into 10 to the power of 11 Newton per meter square in the stiffness matrix equation. When you concentrate on the first problem present in this particular sheet, it must be very clear from a student's mind that there will be two elements. The confidence with which I am telling this particular information is there will be two values of L, that is length of the elements, corresponding to total count of the L values, proportional amount of K matrix has to be written. The meaning of just said sentence of mine is, if there are two L values, you should write two K matrix, that is K1 and K2. If there are 3 L values, you must write 3 K matrices, K1, K2, K3 and so on. In the first problem, on the second element, there is an application of UDL of magnitude 10 kilonewton per meter, and at node 2 of the given structural member, a clockwise moment of 20 kilonewton meter is acting. The steps to solve this problem is very similar to the previous one. Only change that will occur in this as well as in the second problem lies in the fact of finding global force vector, which I will explain with the help of next sheet in this particular video. Now concentrate on the third problem. The difference between first and the second problem is, in the first problem you are having a clockwise moment of 20 kilonewton meter acting at node 2, whereas in the second problem a vertical point load of 50 kilonewton is acting in the downward direction at node 2 of the beam. Second difference, in the first problem, length of individual elements has been given directly, that is LE1, length of first element, which is equal to 0.5 meter, and LE2, length of second element, these also equal to 0.5 meter. Whereas in the second problem, he has not mentioned the length of the element 2 directly. Instead, he has given the length of the total beam structure as 1 meter. It is very simple that length of first element from fixed end to the point of application of point load is 0.5 meter. Therefore, from that location to the end of the cantilever beam, which is the right end, the length of this particular element will be 1 meter minus 0.5 meter, which is equal to 0.5 meter. For these two problems, how to write down the F matrix will be discussed now. Remaining process of writing down FER, writing down two element stiffness matrices K1 and K2, increasing their order from 4 cross 4 to 6 cross 6. 6 cross 6 because 3 nodes are there, 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So original order of K1 and K2 will be 6 cross 6. So from 4 cross 4 you increase the order of the matrix to 6 cross 6 by including dummy rows and columns of zeros. Then you add these two matrices to get global stiffness matrix capital letter K. And also you write down global displacement vector Q as Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6. 3 nodes into 2 displacement at each nodes. That's why the total number of entries in the Q matrix is 6. After this, how to write down the F matrix will be told to you people now by me.